right. At the mall is very, very quiet. Only few people. But in the street, less people, but there are still a lot roaming around. We are not on lockdown totally anyway, so it's understandable. But yes, I'm gonna go. These are two malls, so I'm going to the other one, the older one, and then from there it's easier to go home. So I just cashed some money, already deposited to another bank so that I could pay my electricity bills. Can you see my background? It's so quiet. This is Jakarta in the past. Jakarta in the past was like this. Now, so crowded everywhere I go, you know. It's good for a change. As you can see, the pollution is less in Italy, even though it's devastating with what's happening there. Canals in Venice so clean now, with all the ducks and the dolphins coming out. So clear the water. So there is a silver lining in life for every little setback. So let's hope this will be over soon, so that we can live normally again. But I hope the pollution is not back to the past like before, which is a wishful thinking on my part. Okay, this is going across the street, but there are shops all over on the bridge to reach to the other mall, the PIM 1. Before was PIM 2. Street gallery, so this over there are all restaurants as well, not only in each mall. So now I'm going to the older mall. So let's see. I don't want to touch the bar. So I should actually go upstairs, not downstairs. But that's okay. Everybody is wearing mask. Except me.
Hello there. So how's everybody doing? How are you holding up wherever you are? Can you imagine I was living in Milan 2 years ago and just decided to come to Jakarta, closed my apartment there, and try to sell my house here, and the house wasn't selling in the way I was expecting, so I didn't accept any offer whatsoever. I just kept holding on to this house, and then now here I am living in Jakarta, back in my country, and it's all amazing that I found myself living here. Again, I have to reiterate that it wasn't planned, but here I am. So anyway, we are very sad about what's happening in Italy, especially in the region where I was living, which is Milan. Milan is in the north of Italy, and Italy is in that region called Lombardia or Lombardy. And that city, Bergamo, where it has like how many victims there, that's like 1 hour drive from Milan, where I mentioned already in my previous video, I think in the Memories of Italy, that my husband and I would just go there for coffee maybe, or even for dinner, you know, because it's not far from Milan. So now it has a lot of victims there. It's so sad what is happening in the world, but I wouldn't like to talk about this on my video, and I wouldn't even mention the name. Anyhow, Today I went out for the first time to the mall, and as usual, had to do my banking stuff. And yes, there were a few people in the mall. However, in the street, still a lot. Not as much, not as jammed, of course, but still a lot of motorcycles, especially in Jakarta. And the restaurants were empty, the hair salons were empty, and the supermarket, yes, there were people, not like in America, but yes, quite a lot of people there. But there was no pushing, there was no, out of stock, except I asked for just the normal alcohol, not the sanitizer, but just the normal alcohol to mix with water, which I usually do, and I have it still with me, but it's almost finished because I took it with me. Going out today, where I would spray the handle of the taxi, and then where I would spray whatever I have to touch in the mall, in the supermarket, which is such a hassle. But at the same time, I'd rather do that with the tissue, and then I spray, or with the spray, directly. I just do it on top of over the handles or whatever, so everybody understands anyway. But now I'm questioning myself whether I put 60% alcohol, 40% water, or how many percent was it? Because I didn't even measure actually, and I did this already some months ago in the bottle like this size, and it's almost finished today. So I need to buy some more alcohol, and then I would mix with water. Other than that, I have wipes, that's all, but I don't have sanitizers with me. So so here in Jakarta, Indonesia, as the day goes by, everybody is a bit on alert because of the situation in the world, but let's hope that everything will be over soon. And then today I just bought my usual almond milk with vanilla. I just buy some things, and with chocolate. Look, I almost finished. My God, look, from one, this big, and then look, I almost finished after dinner. I had this on my own because I just long for chocolate. For a chocolate or for chocolates. And I don't know whether they deliver food here. I don't know whether I would order, because you never know, so I don't want to order delivery for food. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel like doing that. So anyway, this is my new position in my bed with the background of the door of my pool room. They're all closed already. It's almost 10 p.m. and I'm all nicely tucked in. I just want to go and browse later, just on the internet as usual. That's what has kept me company, thank God. And there's nothing more to say except effortlessness. That's actually the word that I would like to be associated with my channel, and that is effortless. Effortlessly. Is there effortlessness? I don't think so, is it? So my point is, again, I'm not lecturing anybody, because I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychoanalyst, I'm not a guru, but all based on my experiences in life. And effortless in this case, where you do something without much effort, and the result is multiple than what you have expected. I give you this example. When I left Milan in December 2017, again, I have to repeat, I came here to sell this house so that I could buy a new apartment in Milan, a modern one, my taste. But I came here, yet there were many offers, but the prices were not good enough for me. And the year before, actually, when I was a little bit desperate, I actually had agreed to one person from Holland who wanted to buy this house, but the price was so unreasonably low. But I was desperate, so I was thinking, okay, you know what? I'll let it go. So I told the man in Holland, or here, but he's Dutch, okay, you can have the house, for that price. I agree. But as you can see, the universe doesn't allow me, or didn't allow me to sell that. So when I agreed to him, then he changed his mind. So you see, it was a blessing in disguise, because then I would have sold this house for much, much less price than the price that I could sell today. So anyway, so when I came in December, I thought it would be easy to sell this house. Came, okay. So happened I know some brokers, so they came over, they brought their clients and blah blah blah, but nothing was suitable for my asking of the price, because the price is no longer like before. Why? Because we have now metro nearby, so that jacks up the value of my house. So anyway, so in the end, I started, getting adjusted to my life back in my own country, even though it's so, different with the time when I was living here many years ago. I had to adapt, but adapt nicely, because I could see the progress that this country has achieved, and it's a pleasant progress, which I like very much. So, day by day, I started to feel comfortable and to be creative and do this in this house, do that in this house. That in the end, okay, I settled to bed and breakfast as before, okay? And I had some guests, not consistently every month, but then after, somebody just wanted to rent my room, so that was it. It happened. So I have a lodger instead of bed and breakfast guest, and I would love now to also rent out my other room for a lodger, or to a lodger. So that's it. So I feel comfortable here. And suddenly, after 2 years here, suddenly this is what is happening in Italy, right where I live, not the address, of course, but the region, the area, And I was thinking, wow, now I realize why I couldn't sell this house. Why there was no suitable buyer, that would come to meet me. Whereas when I was in Milan, there was a suitable buyer, but maybe because we were long distance, he gave up a little bit, because it was going to be a little bit complicated, since I told him I can't come to Jakarta yet. So anyway, and now this is happening. So my sister even, texted me and saying, you're so lucky, because you got out from Italy or from Milan, from that particular area, and to be living here now today, even though it doesn't mean that Indonesia is not hit either, but we are still on alert. But still, it's just, everything is done effortlessly. Well, I did have to pack and close my apartment. That was not effortlessly. However, I got helps from my two girlfriends, an Italian girlfriend and an American girlfriend, but also I had the money to pay also some people to do the packing. Not the packing, but the transportation, to the storage unit that I keep my personal goods until today, which I pay monthly, and that's what makes it a little bit heavier monthly on my financial situation, because I still have to pay that. As long as I can pay, that's all right. Let's hope there's a way now to just stop it, but of course I don't want to give up my personal things or belongings there. So anyway, so now it's done effortlessly. Suddenly, I just found myself here, and not having to pack. Imagine if I had been there still today, I would just lose my mind. Not lose my mind, but at least I would be a little bit panicky, since I don't have a husband anymore. I would be alone trying to sort out things what I should do, because now I have to make a decision by myself, no more with the husband that I could discuss with. So anyway, so that's my story. Okay, today is effortlessness, or effortlessly things just fall into place without planning, you see, without me analyzing, because the moment I analyze too much, that's when I make mistake. Like I think I've already shared my story with you on the other video, where I think I should put the link, okay, if I remember. So, you know, where I just refused not to rent out this house for 4 years, and they were going to give me the 4 years lump sum payment by this, you know, foreign company, which is a good rental monthly. But anyway, that's past. So that's because I analyze too much. So now you see, by nature I don't analyze. I'm not an analytical person. But that time I wanted to feel grown up because my husband just died, and I wanted to feel a little bit responsible, and it was the wrong approach because in my nature I've always been very sometimes it's nice to think simply, you know, without having all these critical thinkings going on in your head, because that's when I make mistake. So the same also with moving here. That's what happened. I just packed my bag, you know, closed the apartment, put all my things in the storage, sell some things, give some things, put things on consignment. As long as my personal belongings that I still love are in the storage unit. That's my story for this vlog this week. Alright, so maybe it's not much, but at least whatever little experience that I have gone through can be a little bit of inspiration to you. So please, thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and please don't forget to subscribe to those new viewers, and then just click notification button if you like to receive notification when I post a new video. But anyway, it's normally 8 p.m. Indonesian time on Sunday, but I think I did it this past week, Saturday, I think, because it was all done, and I don't know why now the uploading is not as long as it used to be. Now it's quite fast. So Saturday it was already ready and I just posted it. So watch out just between Saturday and Sunday. Alright, sorry, I have no lipstick. This is how I am. So I hope to see you on my next video, and please comment, do comment, and you can share also your story, and that would be really interesting, because then we can lift each other up and be grateful in life with what we have been blessed with. And with this, or with that said, I would like to say ciao ciao to you all, and arrivederci.